Hey kids. How's it going? It's Lindsay. I'm here for the AMA. But I just finished this amazing workshop. I want to make sure that I'm using the right mic and stuff. I finished this great workshop called Audio. Bear with me. I had to start this. Hi! I had to start this within 10 minutes or it would get canceled. So 1 second. Hold on. I got to shut my door. I got to drink my tea. Actually, I got to yell at Ian real quick. Hey, Ian, if you ever have time to bring me some tea, I'll take it whenever. I got my tea man. Give me some tea. Hi, who's here? Who's here? I see you. I'm going to also go live on Instagram real quick here. And today we're going to do an AMA. So if you have any A's, I guess it would be Q's. Then I've got the A's. Hey, if you were just in the coaching content workshop with me, put I was in the comments. I want to know if you guys have been on that amazing journey with me. What a total blast. Natasha, how's it going? What did Emily just say about you? I think you were brought up in a team meeting, just how much we liked you the other day, young lady. I'm so glad you're here. How are you? Okay. Eisen, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, yes, I signed up yesterday. Yes, Dasha, that's right. That's what we were talking about. I was so glad that you came. Okay, I got to get on Instagram here, and then I'm going to do AMAs. Who else do I got here? Anybody else? I see that as a Facebook user. Lots of great info. You're welcome, Yvonne. I'm so glad you made it. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Okay, while you guys are waiting, I just have a little more setup to do. Okay, I got questions. I'm going to be here till I answer every single coaching questions. It's Lindsay all day long. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. But I'm going to be here so you guys can wander in and wander out. But while you're waiting for me to start this Instagram, I really want you to go to a URL that Emily's going to put in called, there's too many URLs going around, coachingcontentformula.com. My brand new coaching program just opened. Yeah. It's awesome. It will be the best coaching program ever. If you are struggling with paid ads, or you're scared of paid ads, or you haven't used paid ads, or you want to supplement your paid ad strategy, your only option is to build an organic social media following. And so in this coaching program, we're going to set you up with a killer YouTube channel, a niched YouTube channel. We're going to be working on your niching during this coaching program. Don't you worry your pretty little heads about it. So we're going to be setting up your YouTube videos. I'm going to show you what to create YouTube videos on, okay? These niched YouTube videos will create traffic for your website forever. Stop doing videos on Facebook. And if you do videos on Facebook, dual stream this, because YouTube lives forever. Facebook lives for 3 days. And so 10 years from now, I'll just give you this brief example. Hello. Dale, I'm so glad you're here. And Celeste, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Dale, we'll be here all day. And I'll be here. I view probably being here for several hours. And we're just chatting, okay? We're just chatting. AMA. Back to what I was saying about that coaching program, though. This is what I was saying was, for example, I created several videos on my YouTube channel about content, okay? And I'm telling them, first of all, I tell them about the coaching content workshop, which we're all a part of, and we're all rah, and we're killing it out there. But on those videos, I'm like, but even if the live workshop's over, if you go there, you can still buy my course. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, after the UFOs have come and overtaken us, you guys know what I mean? If you're in the workshop, you know what I mean. Okay? After they've come and overtaken us, your YouTube video will still be selling your course. That's why you need to be on YouTube. And there's so much niche content with the pandemic. Hey, these AMAs are my time to just blah, okay? This is what I like to do, is just share my passion with you guys. But YouTube, with the pandemic, the amount of YouTube channels, the ability to grow a YouTube channel. The demand for content on YouTube channels has tenfolded. YouTube is like, whoa, we have this whole slew of like creators and amazing content people. I'm telling you, YouTube, guys, YouTube. And the most sweet strategy is YouTube plus Instagram plus your freaking email. And that's what we're covering right here in the Coaching Content Formula program. Is it worth $2,000? Yes. Would I throw $2,000 at it? Yes. In my sleep, any day of the week. But like I said in my training, you're probably asking the wrong person because I pay people for what they know all the time. It's one of my values. I do not want to waste time figuring this out. Lindsay, you have spent 15 years working on content. Tell me what you know so I can get there faster. That's what it's about. Okay. How do you dual stream? Nasha, I'll answer that. Actually, I'll answer that right now. So while I get set up, so I use StreamYard because it's AMA. So here I am. I use StreamYard. So right now I'm streaming to YouTube because YouTube, guys, please be on YouTube. Please. It's so clear to me. Okay. Now, Facebook groups, different story. You can get a lot of traffic from a Facebook group, but you have to do the grouping right. But anyway, I use StreamYard. So right now I'm streaming to YouTube live. I'm streaming to my Facebook page, and my team went and shared my Facebook page with all of my groups. I got a couple of paid groups because I have a couple of coaching programs that I run. So they are feeding that into all of those. And then I have this, which is a stand. And typically I'll usually take this mic. This is a lapel mic with a little dongle on there. I love the word dongle, don't you? I mean, who doesn't love the word dongle, right? And I plug it into my phone. But today I feel lazy and I don't care about quality of sound because I'm going to be here all day and I don't want to be stuck to my phone and a mic. So now I'm just going to set this up over here on Instagram. And in about 2 seconds, I'm going to say hi to Instagram. Okay. What tripod? It's not a great tripod, Michael. Honestly, I've been meaning to go to Amazon and buy something new because it kind of sucks. But it's all I got right now. It's big. It's bulky. I can't like hang it from different places. This thing always kind of wraps around. I can't get my phone to stay. It sucks. So I'm not going to tell you, Michael, because I want to save you from the pain of a crappy, I want to call it a dongle because I like that name, but it's not. Stand. Okay. I really should be live on Instagram. Stop distracting me. Oh, yes, Celeste. Hey, Arthur, what's up? Dale starting on that. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, hold on. Okay. So I got to get started on Instagram. This is a good lesson. You guys should dual streaming. Which lady? That's right, Michael. Michael, you and I. We share a similar sense of humor. Okay. So now I just got to figure out. So sometimes I try to position it by the camera. So I'm like looking in the same place. But again, honestly, I'm feeling just a little like, I'll be honest. Okay. I'm lazy. Okay. I'm lazy. My cookbook, my husband makes this joke about how I cook, and it's a recipe out of, Lindsay's Easy Cookbook. And that's an easy cookbook spelled with easy because I'm still too lazy to spell out the word easy, right? Because I'm lazy. Okay, let's see if this is going to look good on the IG. Hi. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to answer a bunch of questions. Okay, we're good on IG. Then you're going to want to fix your hair. You're going to want to shush your hair a little bit. Oh, that looked bad. Don't want to shush it that much. And you want to say, hey, Instagram, it's Lindsay. We are doing AMA today. Ask me anything about growing your online coaching business. I got to do an introduction, right? I have an online coaching business, a 7-figure online coaching business, as well as a very highly successful digital marketing agency where we only service coaches. That is called the BAM Agency. So here I am online doing and Ask Me Anything. So I'm here. I'll answer anything about growing your coaching business, my personal business, whatever you guys want. I'm here to answer. I'm an open book. If you guys want to know more about that reality show, I had a couple of DMs asking me about that reality show that really had an effect on my life, okay? And Arthur, you better shush the hair. Fabian, I'm so glad you're here. So, most importantly, we're celebrating right now that the opening of my new coaching program is available. CoachingContentFormula.com. Together, you and I will create a YouTube channel together. We'll create an Instagram together, okay? If you've been following on my workshop, you know my Instagram grows by 20, 30 people a day. Of the right people. What would your Instagram look like if it was doing that? It would be awesome. So go to CoachingContentFormula.com. I'll even throw in a free video for Arthur on how to shush your hair correctly on a Facebook Live because it is essential. Okay. Thank you, Instagram. That's very nice of you. Thank you. So CoachingContentFormula.com. If you buy before the end of today, you'll get a free 30-minute kick butt session with me. I'll kick your online coaching business, but for motivation and a momentum. We'll get some momentum going. You will love this. It will change your coaching business. So get your booties in there to CoachingContentFormula.com. Let's go back to questions. What other questions you guys have? I like to answer live questions, because you guys are here live. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, we had a lot of questions asked in the group. So this one's from Manpreet. Okay, here we go. And again, I'm going to be here for a couple hours, so buckle up. My question is regarding social media posts. I've been struggling with how to manage. I haven't read any of these, so they're as big a surprise for me as they are for you. Fun, huh? Okay. Do I write all my content 1 week ahead or 1 month ahead? I know we will be covering that as well, but this is where I struggle a lot. Question is, how to prepare social media posts. Is it like Monday live, Tuesday thoughtful post, Wednesday curated post, Thursday personal post, Friday? So Manpreet is taking my live course right now. We're kind of going over this, but I'm going to answer this question, okay? First of all, there's no right way to do this. All of this, so I view this as a very, very personal process because number one, take yourself seriously as a creator. As a business owner, it's time to take yourself serious. What does that look like? It looks like taking the time you need to do this stuff. It looks like getting a VA, getting some help if you need that, getting the right equipment, okay? And just really acknowledging yourself as a creative online business owner. Like, I don't know if you guys, I didn't grow up in a very super creative house. My mom wasn't an artist or anything like that. And so for me, the word creativity, it was I kind of didn't want to, I admire creative people a lot, but I'm not an artist or a highly skilled musician. And so I didn't resonate with that creative label for a really long time until I was what I do is creating. Those are my creations. That's what I'm here to do in the world. These courses, these coaching programs, that kind of a thing. And so number one, Manpreet, you want to take yourself seriously and take the time to do this. Number two, you want to ask yourself, how do I want to come across online? My brand, right? What I don't want for you for content is to make it look like it is something you have to do. And okay, I owe you a personal post today. So here you go. And here's my curated content because I'm so busy with family and life and work that I know I have to get this out. And so your social media followers will feel that. They will feel that you don't want to do it. They just will. Hey, Sharon, what's up? Arthur, I'll get right to you, okay? So when you're in the coaching program, when you guys get signed up for Coaching Content Formula, I need to just write that down. I have too many domains in my head. Hold on one second. I just got to make Lindsay a note here. Because Emily was like, you said the wrong domain in your sales pitch, and that was really embarrassing. You don't want that. Pro tip, when pitching a new coaching program, don't get the domain name wrong, because then they won't be able to buy. So I use a lot of Post-it notes. So I just wrote that on a Post-it note, just so you know. Okay. Alrighty, where was I? But in the coaching content formula.com program, we will be outlining, and tomorrow in the course, I will show you how I outline it for the week. So I will be actually answering that. But yes, actually, I create a week document, which I will be showing you guys. I have a Word document, and it says the week of. And basically, I have a process, which I will be showing you tomorrow, and in the coaching content formula system, where I go back through my evergreen content, I go back through my curated content, I go back through my weekly content that I want to write today, and I set it up in this week of document. And it looks just like what Manpreet said, except for you're not staring at this blank document. You actually have stuff to fill it out with. And this week of document lives in your folders. So even like in December, I can look at the week of document in October and basically steal some crap, because all of this is evergreen. And so once that's part of the power of this coaching program, the coachingcontentformula.com program, is we're going to set up your library of initial content. I'm going to help you create your initial content. I'm going to help you set up these week of documents. I'm going to help you set up your initial content library. You're going to set up a habit of dedicating serious time to your content so you can actually start a library of stuff you know and you're passionate about and you teach. And once you do that, guys, you can create a book out of that. You can do podcast episodes on that. You'll have endless YouTube. What I'm saying to you is, you know how to create content. You're not overwhelmed with content. Part of this is being organized, and no one has taught you how to be organized with your content. And I am here to show you. I will show you the way. Anyway, it's really added a lot of clarity for me. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. Okay. Hi. Thank you. There's the Tea Bunny. He doesn't like that name though. He doesn't like to be called Tea Bunny for some reason. Okay. All right. Arthur says, hey, Jamie, I'm glad you're on here, by the way. Okay. Arthur, I have a question about the fulfillment on the backend program and outsource them via with a virtual assistant or more of collaborations. Fulfillment on the backend program. Can you explain that more, Arthur? Is this a question about my specific program or your specific coaching program? So there are several ways to fulfill a coaching program. So obviously you can so it's like when you build a group coaching program, how do you actually scale that, right? A lot of coaches just are working one-on-one, but if you want to hit like that 7 and 8 figure business, you want to scale. So you have to learn how to service multiple people, right? So one of the best formats that I know how to do that is basically you are the coach and you can teach once a week. But maybe you'll have workshops with other people in your organization or other, as Arthur put it, collaborators, maybe people who have skills beyond yours. So like maybe I would have mindset Mondays in my coaching program, but mindset, sure, something I'm passionate about, not something I necessarily teach. So I would find someone really awesome who does mindset, and they would be available on Monday for like a working session. So you could certainly do that either way. There are ways to build a coaching program, even with just you, without even outsourcing it to anybody. Okay, next question. Sharon, I'm so glad you're here, young lady. I'm going to drink some tea, actually. Do you guys drink tea? I love tea. Okay. I just recently found my love for tea. All right. Celeste says, the best resource for learning how to create reels and go right now, coachingcontentformula.com. Okay. One of the working sessions in this powerful coaching program is every other week, I'll teach you a strategy on how to get that built. We'll walk through all the stuff. I'll tell you how to like do high ticket sales. I'll tell you how to close people off of social media. But every other week, we will be doing tech. We'll be working together technically, which means probably that first week, we're going to learn how to do stories, because you got to start showing up on stories. If you want to grow your social media following, you have to do stories. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you got to show up multiple times a day on there. And it's not that hard once you get a cadence to it. The stories used to bug me because I was just like, what a waste of time. Like, really? I have to do that too? And stories aren't necessarily, like, you can outsource a little bit of those to your VAs. Like, my team will do a story every once in a while. But stories, unfortunately or fortunately, are most effective when they're from you and about you as the coach, as the top of your coaching program. So I can't remember why I said, so Reels. So the second tech session of the coaching content formula program, which, by the way, so many people signed up during our workshop. So get your booty signed up so you and I can have that 30-minute call. If you don't sign up before tonight, you and I won't get a 30-minute call. So you really want to get to know me. Okay. But where was I? The second week of that workshop, you, me, and my phone are going to be doing a bunch of reels. And I'm here to tell you is once reels click for you, they're super fun. They're super easy. They're super all the things. They grow your Instagram account like gangbusters. And I will be holding your hand. Basically, this is what it looks like. I will find a reel that is appropriate for most people. And we will sit there and I will be on my phone. You will see my phone screen on Zoom and we'll walk through reels. We'll just do it. And it's going to be freaking awesome. And you will see in this 8-week coaching program how your Instagram grows and then how you can take that growth from Instagram and send them over to YouTube. And when people start watching you on YouTube and they find value in what you're saying, I mean, it's content marketing. What do you want me to say? It's freaking awesome. Reels are all the real things. Yes. Get signed up, Celeste. It'd be perfect for you. Okay. And again, I have that 90-day guarantee. If you do what I say and you don't recoup your 2K, just ask me. Okay. I'd be mad too. But the way that we have the coaching program set up is that I know what you're saying. I don't have time for another coaching program, Lindsay. I don't have time. But I built in the time for you. Wasn't that clever? So every week we have a working session where you're actually going to create content with me. Yep. So by the end of the 8 weeks, in theory, you should have 8 amazing pieces of content. That's 2 months worth. And quite frankly, if you use my content system, it's a lot more than that. Okay. No reels in Singapore. Oh, shoot. Angie, that's unfortunate. You guys, do you have TikTok? Angie? Angie's saying that no reels in Singapore. That's very interesting. Okay. Next up. Here we go. Next question. By the way, I'll answer all live questions first. You guys get princess priority treatment. Okay. Here we go. Lisa says, a question for tomorrow's session. Is it live or can you edit once you make one? This is about reels. Reels, guys. Reels. Reels are everything about growing that Instagram account right now. Okay? And they're fun. I know you don't want to do them. And I know you think you're going to have to do stupid dances, but I have yet to do a stupid dance. Okay? I have yet to do a stupid dance. I'm not above it. I will totally do it. I just have not been inspired to do so. So are reels live or can you edit once you make one? Yeah, there's quite the editing process. If you see reels, just the Creator Studio and Instagram has it so you can like cut things down, do different captions. Like it is a creative, put stickers on there. It's a creative process. I'll be walking you through it in coachingcontentformula.com. I just will. Okay. But once it's published, you cannot edit it. So there's some reels that I loved that I was like, oh, I love that reel. Like I was pretty proud of that reel. Like that was really cool. But like maybe the caption didn't look so good on Instagram or something. And so you can't edit it. So your heart will just have to be broken. What's this? I am a software engineer. Hi, I'm going to peek over this. I am a software engineer, but just starting out with coaching. My problem is, how do I handle social media? Should I create a separate business page or a group and post through that? Or do I need my own name? Facebook user. This is a really great question, Mr. Facebook user. Do I know your name? Okay. I'm glad you asked this. So if you're just starting, are you ready? This is if I was just starting my coaching business today, what would I do? Are you ready for this? Number one, I'd set up an Instagram with my name. Here's the thing. When you set up an Instagram account or social media accounts with, hopefully you guys can still hear me, with the name of my agency is the Build and Monetize Agency. So if I was doing Instagram as the Build and Monetize Agency or Lindsay's Holistic Coaching or whatever you want to call it, that adds a level of distance between you and your prospects. And so if you really want social media to work, it's called social media, okay? Stop putting up all of these walls. Stop hiding behind your logos. Stop hiding behind all these things. And instead, you show up authentically on your social media. And I hate that word, but I think especially for those people who were in my workshop this weekend or this week, I think I'm allowed to use that word because I've defined it well in that program, okay? So Instagram would just be your name. And this, because first of all, people will feel like they're connecting with a person. And so intimacy will be way higher. And with more intimacy comes trust, which is really what you're trying to do online. So setting it up with your name, I would set up an Instagram account for sure. I would set up a Facebook page, a fan page, and a personal page, honestly. The only reach you guys are going to get on Facebook is on your personal page. And then you just kind of have to watch it because you're not really allowed to do business on your personal page. But okay, really, between me and you, Facebook, I don't get any client, sorry, I shouldn't say that. My page on Facebook does very little for me. Okay. I don't even know how many people I have on there. I don't really care. It doesn't really bring me much. You do need a page like that to run ads. Great. Where Facebook's strength lies, and I believe in the social media landscape, this is where it will end up, right? Like TikTok is for quick videos and Instagram is for pictures and YouTube is for videos. To me, and from what I have seen, Facebook is for groups, okay? If you have a good Facebook group for your coaching business, you'll get traffic and customers from that Facebook group. But Facebook isn't so much about your profile page because Facebook just will not show anything to anyone without you paying over there. Now, thank heaven they own Instagram and will give you a little bit of organic reach on Instagram, but they will not on Facebook. So Facebook page with your name, Instagram page with your name, YouTube channel with your name, LinkedIn channel with your name. What else did you say? Yes. So if you do business as your own name, it increases intimacy as well as an online coach. And we talked about this and we're going to talk about it more in the coachingcontentformula.com 8-week super mega best course program intensive you've ever taken. You know, that one that you're going to sign up for. Niching. It's all about niching. And so as you go down this niching thing and as you grow your business, you're going to be changing. Like chances are, well, at least for me and many of my clients, my coaching business looks nothing like it did last year, looks nothing like it did the year before, and certainly looks nothing like it did several years before that. But because I'm showing up as my name, I can take it whatever direction I want and I won't lose followers. So the intimacy thing and the flexibility thing, this is my speech for why you should set up your social media profiles with your name and also your website. Coaching content that converts, that touches people, that affects people, that makes people want to work with you. It's about getting to know you and feeling your vibe, okay? So you just want to be your name. You just want to be your name. Don't hide behind your company. So yes, go out and buy your domain name for your name too. I'm just going to take a hard stand on that. 100% that's how you should do it and how I would do it. Dr. V, are you really here? Dr. V, why are you not in my live workshop? You are breaking my heart. Okay, sorry. I just had to get after. When we become friends and I start picking on you and you don't start showing up. Sorry. Okay. So that's how I would do it. And so like if your name isn't available for your website, mine wasn't, because apparently there is somebody who does the weather that is much more famous than me. That was a joke. Haha. And so when you Google Lindsay Anderson, she got it all super lame. So I had to go with lindsaya.com. Okay. Oh, you were in Mexico. That makes me feel better that you still like me. That's great. I love Dr. V. Oh, wait. Tatiana was first. Dr. V, get in line. Okay. You can. Oh, and yes. Dr. V, a personal profile. Yeah, there's a lot of relationship building, Like Facebook personal profile, yeah, I'm going to say do it. Okay, I'm going to say do it sparingly, all the things. But really, if you're trying to reach people, that's your only hope on Facebook unless you have a Facebook group. And I have several of them, and that is how I utilize Facebook. Okay. Tatiana, when creating a membership group, how do you, so first of all, hello, if you haven't gone to coachingcontentformula.com yet, go. If you sign up by the end of today, you and me get a 30-minute momentum session. Okay, so do it. All right, when creating, and don't forget my 90-day guarantee. If you don't make all the $2,000 back and you do what I say, I got your back, baby. Okay. Oh, that was probably pretty loud. Mind if I drink some tea? And we'll look at Tatiana's comment here. When creating a membership group, how do you make the content different from your higher paying programs and courses? I have trouble coming up with content without giving away all the info from my higher paying program. Do you recommend having a success path similar to the Launch Circle? Are there other options? Tatiana, look how astute of a student this young lady is. Okay, let me answer that. And again, it's AMA, so ask me anything. I'll be here all day. We're celebrating opening my best, I don't know if it's my best. I always put my best forth, but I'm always getting better. So technically it is my best coaching program ever. Okay. All right. So in the coachingcontentformula.com workshop, Tatiana, I know, I keep bringing it up because it is applicable. Okay. You will find how to do these niche YouTube videos as well as and connect those with stories in your life from the past and in the present. We kind of talked about doing that in the paid workshop already, but we're going to dive deeper. So you're going to be able to create content that satisfies your audience as well as the search engines, but leaves all of your strategies and all of your step-by-steps and all of your hand-holding for your coaching programs. So it's higher level content, and we'll be making a huge distinction there. But if you just go out to my YouTube channel, in fact, and here's the other thing, is people also pay for coaching programs to have the content fed to them in like a way that they can actually absorb it. Hey, Love Coach Dasha over on Instagram. I'm going to share my YouTube, my screen here real quick. Actually, I'm going to share. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. My camera went off. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Are you guys there? Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Hold on. I lost my camera. I have this piece of software that I have to run for the camera to get, because I actually feed it through a DSLR camera. So it has to like start this little piece of software. You guys will see my face show up there in just a second. Hi. So that's my little piece of software. So I actually accidentally shut that off. And now my face. Hold on. I really want my face to come back up. Thank you for the hearts. Hold on. There we go. We're back. And now we're on the screen. So you don't want to shut that piece of software because you'll be totally out of luck. Now, Instagram, I'm sorry, you won't be able to see this, but hopefully you can catch the vibe. So here's my YouTube channel. We'll just type it in here. Answer this content question. I think it'll make more sense. And then I know I have a bunch of comments, which I will get to. Okay. So here is the YouTube channel. You can see I'm on live. But if we just look at some of the content here, okay, that's really small. If we look at some of the content here, like it's pretty like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it just doesn't make sense in a row. Like it's only really valuable on the surface. Like, it doesn't tell you how to like bring it all together and actually implement it, right? Could you get all of my information from here? No, I definitely hold a bunch for paid stuff. And as you become a more experienced coach, you will. But eventually, to answer your question, Tatiana, the difference between content is that the content that we've been talking about all week, the content about stories and lessons from your past, the content about your self-awareness of where you are right now and sharing these insights and stuff like that, those will become your content pieces. Those will become your videos. And so really, it leaves a real clear path to have a bunch of content for your coaching programs, because I'm not really teaching. Like, my specialties are how to run Facebook ads, how to launch a coaching program, how to, like, pretty much every topic under build and monetize your online coaching business. But on my YouTube and in my content, you're not going to see a full course on that. Okay? Like I hope that answers it. I kind of trailed off there. There you go. Okay, I'm going to read some comments here. Wow, while being able yeah. Is it 3 times as loud? That's my question, Dale. That is my question. Michael, indeed, totally need to watch this from beginning again so I can figure out how she does it. If you have a question, let me know. I am very techie today. Okay, good. I'm so glad you guys don't have a ton of questions. Great. I mean, I wish you had questions, but I'm glad I was able to. I didn't miss a bunch of comments. Okay, question. Would you recommend using drvogelman.com as well as capturing Christopher Vogelman? I'm most often known as Dr. V as opposed to Gary V. Dr. V, I would Vogelman. I mean, it would be really cool to get DOCTORV. However, but I mean, I do like that your name, I mean, I do know you as Dr. V. I would probably go with ChristopherVogelman.com. That's what I would do. And I stand by my decision. Okay, by the way, on Tuesday at this time, we're going to be live again like this. So mark it on your calendar, Tuesday, but you're going to have the opportunity to have a live laser session with me. So we're going to be sharing the StreamYard link during the live, and you can pop on for 10 minutes to chat with me, and we'll kind of chat about whatever you want to chat about, okay? So plan on being here on Tuesday. Get in line and chat with me. We'll share the spotlight on Tuesday, and I'll answer your questions, or we can talk about your business or whatever, okay? Oh, Dr. V is not available. Makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go back to my questions. Except for I just saw a question from Michael. So I'm using Meet Michael Bowen, and the Meet Michael Bowen theme runs throughout. Any thoughts on that, please? I don't hate it. Here's something else you're going to find out about me, because I got tangled up a couple of times when I had a business coach. This was about between 7 and 10 years ago. So it was quite a long time ago, but it was my first, Sid, will you or Emily, will someone Slack me those questions? I've lost my window while I tell this story. Okay. Okay. So 7 to 10 years ago, my first business coaching experience times 2. So I had 2 business coaches, and I did the same thing with both of them until I started learning and knowing better. Okay. And that was, I came into their coaching programs. I spent a crap ton of money. One was $50K over a year. Do not regret it. It was my first coaching program. Happy to have done it. Got me way farther. Set a foundation. Okay. And then I signed up for another one, which was pretty close to that as well. Okay. And I went in and I was like, okay, whatever these people say is the truth. And I was like obsessed with how they launched. And I was like, I need to copy them, and whatever they say is true. And like, they are smarter than me, and they know, like, just tell me what to do. And you think that those business coaches are way more invested in you. And like, than they really are. Like, they have all of these clients. They're just giving you info. My point is, they do not know the personal details and the ins and outs of how you want to personally run your business and how you want to get there and what you're comfortable with and what your skills and talents are. Sometimes when you get into those coaching programs, it can be very much like, you must do it this way or the highway, right? And in my head, I got real stuck on it. And it kind of sucked because I was like one coach was like, the way she sold, it was hardcore, guys. It was hardcore. And she certainly landed a great deal of coaching clients, and I learned a lot from her. But the way she sold, I just could never bring myself to do it, with all the high pressure sales tactics. And like, I view it as like, you bring religion and God into it, and all this stuff. It just seemed really manipulative to me and not how I wanted to sell. So I felt very stuck because I was like, but I'm paying and they are obviously successful. So I have to kind of try to do it that way. Like, there's one way to climb this hill. So to answer Michael's question, I'm sure he's like, why would you answer that long? I'm just asking you a simple question about meetmichaelbowen.com. Is this, I'll give you my opinion, and then I will tell you if this feels right to you. And Meet Michael Bowen feels like something that you resonate with and something that your clients resonate with and something that you feel is good, then yes, no marketer has these answers, guys. If they're telling you that they have these answers, they do not, because every single coaching business is different. Every single coach is different, and their programs and the way they sell. And so a long time ago, especially after those experiences, I will sign up for coaching, and I will basically, here's what I do. And I sign up for coaching. I have coaches all the time. I'm dropping serious coinage on coaches all the time because I am very aware that they hold the key. So like when Facebook ads was dying, I found a coach to help me perfect my Google ads. Okay. And I paid her a great deal of money. Or, I'm really good at running funnels, course funnels. My course funnel has made me several six figures. Okay. That's group coach, Facebook group secrets or challenge method profits. If you guys have bought any of my courses, they have netted me several $100,000, but I still reached out to a guy who I acknowledged knew more than me on that and asked him to review my funnels. Where previously on another life, 10 years ago, I'd be like, that feels weird to reach out to somebody when I'm supposed to know all this. And it was kind of an internal, like, I'm supposed to know this. I would never reach out because I don't want to be an idiot. So I got over caring if I was an idiot or not a long time ago. And I just pay people because the knowledge is power and the time is power. Okay. So back to Michael's question. I like it. MeetMichaelBowen.com. I like it. I'm just seeing. I'm testing my mind to see if I have anything else to say about it. Does it go against my recommendation? Yeah. Does it go against my recommendation enough for me to tell you to change it? No, that's a personal decision. Okay. If you feel like, so my hesitation comes, and I shared this in the workshop when I left One Click Lindsay, my moniker that I used on my book, and I used it for several years. If you're high, it just didn't give me a lot of flexibility and stuff. So I don't hate it, but it does go against my recommendation. So I'll just leave it at that. Okay. I'll leave it at that. It's not going to make or break you. That's for sure. How complicated is it to switch a website with a business name to one with my own name? This has been a hurdle. And that's a good question. With a good web developer or tech support person, which you can reach out to us and we could certainly help you. I have an amazing tech guy. Okay. So reach out. You can go to, or you can just send us an email at support@lindsaye.com and we could give you a price quote, but it should not be that hard. You can find somebody on Upwork to do it for you. It does need to be technical. So is it easy for a tech guy? Yeah. Is it easy for those of us who have not switched to a website before, which I have, and I still wouldn't attempt it? Yeah, it sucks. So should not be hard. The other thing is, like, you can do what's called a redirect. You can go to that other domain name, and on the domain you can say, hey, every time someone types in Lindsay is so cool and I should sign up for her program.com, it redirects to coachingcontentformula.com. You can do that, but there's like some SEO things there that you may or may want to consider. I'm not going to go into that because I think you guys would be totally bored if I talked about SEO right now. At least that's been my experience. I mean, I can, but basically if SEO is something you want to do, you want to look at that before you do a redirect. Okay. Dr. V, go for the low pressure cells. Yes. And I do. I really do. Let's see. I'm glad you're back from Mexico. How was it? This question is from Carol Doherty. Carol, I'm so glad you're here. I'll be in touch. I moved to Kajabi a couple years ago, which is part of it. Yeah, Kajabi. Yeah, Kajabi. What are you guys in? I got a bunch of people on. What software do you guys use primarily to manage, say, pages and email? I'm curious. Let's take a poll, and I'll tell you guys what I use. And Emily knows why I'm breathing hard on this one. I used ConvertKit for email for years and years and years, and I loved it. I loved the deliverability. I loved the interface. I loved all of it. I just really liked it, and I was okay with it, and it was awesome. Then I bought Kajabi because that's where I sell my courses and my membership sites, and it made a lot of sense for there. So we went in December, we made a big move from freaking ConvertKit to Kajabi, and I hate, with the passion of 100 burning suns, okay? That's a lot of passion and hate that fills me when I have to send an email in Kajabi, okay? I try to make my staff do it. I try to write the emails in a Word doc and have them send it because the interface is super lame and the deliverability totally sucks and the stats aren't there. I can't see how big my list is getting in an easy way. It's so simplistic. It's obvious that Kajabi is not for emailing. So we're moving our email out of Kajabi, and we'll probably pick ActiveCampaign. So I've not really ever come out and made a strong stance on email marketing systems and stuff. Certainly my stance is don't use Kajabi, but I think my stance will be, and this is an Emily decision in the company because Emily deals with our one-on-one clients, and the one-on-one clients, the big coaches that are doing these multi-figure launches, they all use ActiveCampaign, and because we're in there helping them run these launches, Emily has really learned to like ActiveCampaign. So we're moving to ActiveCampaign. Yes, I guess I'll stay in Kajabi, but still, ClickFunnels is for landing pages. For me, all day long with the integrations, the upsells, everything. So I'm on 3 pieces of software, and it sucks. Kajabi is like, yeah, I can do it all for what I want. And my particularities, no, they can't. And I'm kind of annoyed, if you can't tell. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Simple Pro, how is it? Let's see. Oh, and so like, yeah, you can do like a web. I mean, so yeah, Kajabi. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. I use ActiveCampaign for email, Teachery for courses, lead pages and ActiveCampaign. Try Simple Row, deliver. Oh, Angie, thank you for that tip. Angie's telling us to use Simple Row. That's awesome. Dr. V, we're still in ActiveCampaign. Works well for newsletters, email campaigns, and even store sales. It's one piece. Yeah, Dr. V, I think that's a fair thing. Dr. V says one-stop software solutions usually don't work well. He's not wrong. I mean, we all have our specialties. It's the same reason why I tell you guys to niche. Like these big software companies also have to niche. Also, Emily, I'm on Slack if you need anything else. Thank you for that document. I'm going to drink. I asked my team for that document. It came through multiple times in Slack from all of them. I love my team so much. If you guys don't have a team, you should totally get one. Okay. But you should totally join coachingcontentformula.com so that you can build your coaching business, do content, and afford to have a team so that you can just be in content creation and coaching land. All right. Back to Lisa and Reels. We're talking about Reels again, which is one of my favorite topics right now. So it's good. Back to Reels. She said, can I recommend a basic, easy tutorial for trying Reels? Sure. Join coachingcontentformula.com and we'll walk through it together. All right? Dr. V, my bro, you should join. Just because like you're a you missed a great course, and so you need to join. Okay. So can I recommend a basic, easy tutorial for trying Reels? Yes. Join coachingcontentformula.com. 90-day money-back guarantee. Okay. What coaching program is going to set you up for success like that? What would be the top piece of advice you'd offer with Reels? Just start now. Let me show you guys my first reel. It was so stupid, but I was so glad to get it done with, okay? And stop getting in your head about it. Definitely stop being in your head about it. This was my first reel. You guys are going to love it. I'll be honest. I was on TikTok. I was screwing around with TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic. And I got okay, like on it. Actually, I won't even say that. I don't think I got okay at it. It was a struggle, and I was like really struggling with it, and I was bugging Ian, my husband, a lot with it. I was like, what should I do? Because he loves TikTok. Ian loves TikTok. And my friends, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law are good friends, and they all sit around and talk about the TikTok, okay? I don't have time for TikTok. You guys know what I mean? Okay, so is what that looked like pre-pandemic was like, I will be on TikTok. TikTok is where it's at. And I started doing these TikToks and I would bug Ian, be like, what should I do? Because Ian is also one of the funniest people I know. And those two kind of things go together. And like, it was just torture, honestly, getting people's feedback and feeling weird about it. And like all the things, it just kind of sucked. And so the second that the pandemic came along, I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, look, like the kids were home and like I can't create something that I don't like that I'm not feeling. So I just gave up. So as I shared with you guys during this workshop, I have found the key to good content and I'm sharing it with you. Okay. That's what coachingcontentformula.com is all about. And I did my first TikTok. I'll show you my first TikTok. It wasn't even very long ago, honestly. It's not great. So my biggest piece of advice and Reels, my biggest piece of advice is just to freaking do it. Okay, here's my first reel. Are you guys ready? Okay, so I had a guy come wash windows and I was going to teach. I was showing people in the launch circle, which by the way, if you want to consider coachingcontentformula.com, please do. You should sign up. But honestly, if not, and you want to keep in touch with me, go check out the launch circle. You're not going to get what you need out of the launch circle because if you're looking to build your audience with content, though, they're two very different things. But anyway, here's my first reel. So I was teaching something in the launch circle and I was like, okay, I know how to do reels, but I got to get one on my screen. And so here it is. It's pretty awful. So that's my advice. Do a couple awful ones. But post them anyway. That's it. Are you guys impressed? That's it. Huh? Some guy washing my window. Okay, but then they get way better. Okay, so what's a good one? Oh, this one. So then it gets better.
Doesn't matter. There are only 4 rules you need to remember. Make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
So we got that, and I'll just show you one more. So and all of these have a point behind them, okay? I don't just do you'll have to sign up for the workshop to understand the psychology behind this, okay? And how those reels bring me clients all the time. To the point, not even the reels, the kind of content that I have been creating since 2021 has allowed me to double my rates across the board. Okay, has allowed me to handpick my one-on-one clients, to only those clients in a digital marketing sense that I think can be successful. There's nothing worse for a marketer than to do work for somebody that they are desperate and they are like, this has to work, and that they don't, that you don't have a high level of confidence that they are going to be successful. So in the BAM agency, that's the only people we service. That is almost full for the summer. Like, we have booked out because of this content. Okay. This content formula that I'm teaching you. And then the other thing that we did was I had my highest revenue month ever. I've been in business for 15 years, and I will credit every single bit of that, those three things, to content, which is why you should sign up for coachingcontentformula.com. Okay. Here's one I did with Emily. I like this one. You can bring your team in. Here we go.
Okay, before I say yes, who is all going to be there? This is a work meeting. Mm-hmm. But like, what are the vibes? Okay, before I say yes.
You'll have to excuse me for laughing at myself. I love reels. Okay. All right. I'm reading. You should join Dr. V. Okay, just reading some comments. Your TikTok was far better than mine. I doubt that, Dr. V. I doubt that. Okay. Now I need my document again. I did. You just want to be creative. That's also part of what we're doing in Coaching Content Formula, is how to be more creative with your content. I don't want to stress you guys out, but if you start viewing your social media profiles as more of a entertainment hub of sorts, things will flow. And it's more about, and this will curry favor in the eyes of any social media platform. It's already noon. Wow. Anyway, is the longer people stay on your feed and interact with your content, the more organic reach that you will get. And so in coachingcontentformula.com, we're going to be talking about those tricks. That's how to spread your stories out across multiple things, how to do callbacks, like all the things. Okay. How often would you suggest posting a reel for a newbie? As much as possible. Okay. Oh, yeah. And so you're an entertainment hub, like you're entertaining with content. So reels are a really great way to entertain with content. So if people view you as entertaining, they will stay on your profile, and the more they stay on the profile, the more they get to know you, and then wham, bam, they're your client. Okay. It's not that hard of a puzzle to piece together, I think, is what everyone was missing, or what you guys might be missing, and what I was missing that I'm willing to teach you and that I've learned over the past 15 years is how to find that creativity, make a process out of it, churn out good, high quality content, all while getting to know yourself, appreciating your business. There's a lot of sharpening the old mental grind that we're going to be doing in the Coaching Content Formula workshop. All right. How often would I suggest posting a reel? As often as possible. Okay. But if that sounds overwhelming, then once. Let's do one, and then ask me that question again. One step at a time. When you look at the coaching business landscape and you're like, I have so much to do. For me, it's like, if I don't even know where to, that's back to content on that. If you're sitting down, you're like, I have to get a piece of content out right now, and you're not organized, and you don't have a way to go get ideas, and you don't have a way to stir up your creativity process, yeah, it's going to suck to create content. And it sucks creating content with pressure and not knowing how to write, or like where to write it, or whatever. Then you sit down at your desk, you'll never write content because you don't even know what step one is. Typically, to work through, continue to be motivated and to achieve your goals and stuff like that, you got to put it in a schedule, and you have to know what the first steps are, and you can't get stuck. You can't get stuck not knowing. It's like, oh, I want to get healthy. And you can say that all day long, and that won't make you any more healthy until you sit down and you're like, okay, what does being healthy mean? It means exercise. It means good food, and let's make a plan. And then guess what? You can be healthy. Same goes for organizing your content. Okay. Dr. V, get totally real. If you guys haven't met Dr. V, I was sad he wasn't on the live workshop because he's freaking awesome and he always adds plenty of humor to everything. Okay, the next question is from Jamie. By the way, put this time slot on your, I'm going to sneeze. Put your time slot. I'm going to sneeze. For your calendar on Tuesday and get in line to have a laser coaching session with me. Same time, 11 o'clock. We'll be sharing the StreamYard link. All you have to do is hop on, then I'll put you in a row. So you won't be surprised. We'll manage it, but plan on coming on a coaching session with me on Tuesday, okay? Dale, and we all do our best plans when we get help from others. We cannot do it alone. Sometimes as coaches, and our role as a guide, and I did this for a long time. These are, again, everything I teach are a bunch of mistakes that I made that when I finally was like, oh, that sucks that I made that mistake, then I turned it into a course and sent it to you, okay? So one problem and mistake that coaches I find run into is that we are viewed as knowing stuff. At least for a long time, it was like, I expect Lindsay to kind of know how to do all of this. And so, showing up vulnerably or whatever, it was like, no, that's not on brand. If they think that I'm frustrated, this is a perfect example. If they think I'm frustrated with this Facebook ads iOS update, how would they ever trust me to run their ads? But I contend with this. If your ads people aren't freaked out by the iOS update, then they don't know about the iOS update because everybody's freaked out about that, okay? And I'm human. I don't know everything. I work on everything. I struggle. And there's ways to structure and put your content out there that still allows you to share that you're struggling, but maintain your role as guide. And that's what we talk about in Coaching Content Formula. Okay. Jamie says, best gear for your biz. Do you have a brand names of your ring light, mic, and or extra camera? Yeah, okay. I'll be honest. The audio, light, camera thing is freaking annoying. I hate it. You ask me, yes, I have a mic here. I have a mic here. I have 24 mics in a drawer down here. I have this. I had a Yeti back here. I got all the mics and I still struggle really hard with sound. Okay. It's something I'm working on. It's something like a mic isn't the answer because then you got like cords and like how it hooks up to the phone. And if you have a DSLR camera and then like if you also have a ring light and whatever, like, and the lighting and like, so for example, YouTube. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a lot. And we'll talk about more of that in the coachingcontentformula.com. It's really important for you guys to show up professionally. And that means lights, sounds, and I would say camera, but you can get away with your webcam. Right now I'm on a DSLR camera, but obviously the way you present yourself is really important. So no matter what, get a mic. I don't care what kind of mic. I'm not even in a great place for highly recommending because my Blue Yetis will give me some problems. And actually, the main problem with the Blue Yeti, which is this, is I feel like it only sounds really good when I'm this close to it. But with the way that I dance around, I feel like I have to be back here. Otherwise, that just doesn't sound good. So if you are not so flaily like me, sure, I recommend a Blue Yeti. But you still have to have a lapel mic or something for your phone. We go over all of it, okay? We go over all of it in Coaching Content Formula. As far as ring lights go, I would buy the best ring light you can. I bought a less expensive, smaller version to start. Totally use it, and it's great, but invested in a bigger ring light, and I highly recommend it. More versatile, gives you more light, which is what you're looking for, and you really just want some good light on your face to look professional. I want you to look professional. Okay. Not so flaily. Yes. Carol, how do I find a good VA without breaking the bank? Okay. That's tomorrow in the workshop. We're going to be talking about that. Every single one of you and all of you, and don't forget about you, and you too, should all have a VA. Just, I know in your head, you're like, I can't afford it, or I don't know what you're saying, okay? You need a VA, and the keys to finding a VA, and it is certainly something we're covering in the Coaching Content Formula Workshop, is how to find yourself a VA. I want you and your free time to be writing and creating content, not posting, not all of this monotonous, just time wasting. Like when I get into that, when I start posting for myself, now I write it, but when I start posting for myself and organizing thumbnails, I get really angry because of that, like inside, like I feel my whole body. When we talk about being aware of how you feel in your body, right? Because that's part of finding out your stories. I feel tightness. I feel annoyance. I feel like I am wasting my time. My time is so much more valuable than this. And I want you guys to feel that too. Because when you start feeling that about your time, then you know you have a real understanding of what you can charge and where you can take this online coaching business of yours. So for that reason, you need a VA. Now, most people screw up with VAs. Here's the key to VAs and what we're giving away in Coaching Content Formula are the SOP documents, which is Standard Operating Procedure. And I shared this, I came up with this last night in a deep thought, okay? Is this. Standard Operating Procedures documents will have an effect on your coaching business, just like when Henry Ford created the assembly line. He changed the whole car industry because he set up an assembly line and they were able to mass produce cars. And what those SOP documents to your online coaching business are this assembly line system, and it will revolutionize who you can help, how many people you can help, how much time is left for creativity content. I wish I could tell you, yeah, you can easily create content like in 10 minutes a day. No, I want you to more appreciate content and view content as the thing you don't want to get rid of. These are your teachings. This is who you are as a coach. This is how you can help people. This is your message. This is your mission. You don't want to outsource that to a VA. Make your VA do a bunch of other stuff like posting and taking snippets from your writings or your videos or however you like to do it. But don't have them write it. First of all, some VA is not going to write captivating content that closes people. They're just not. I've looked and they're not. You have to, the secret to a good VA is an SOP document. Good information in, hey VA, this is the exact steps that you need to follow in order to help me, okay? And when they understand that, they will not screw it up and there will be clear communication and you can hire a VA for 5 hours a week to save you 5 hours for content writing, creation, self-care so that you can sharpen the most important part of your coaching business, your mind. Is the only thing that's differentiating you from your competitors. So the more stuff you can, get yourself a housekeeper, get yourself a VA. I'm going to teach you how to do that and give you the SOP documents to do so. If you've never made a standard operating procedure document, it sucks because it is like, if I were to make an SOP for a peanut butter sandwich, it looks like this. And Sid on my team is thebomb.com and making these, okay? So this is my SOP for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Walk to the kitchen, grab the knob of the cupboard that holds the peanut butter, pull open the thing. I think you guys understand. Take out the peanut butter, screw off the top. Now, you guys don't want to create that for your VAs, but you need it in order for this to work. So the key is to write good SOP documents, and it's what we're covering in the coachingcontentformula.com. We will get you a VA 5 hours a week. That's going to be I mean, it doesn't even have to be 5 hours a week, even 3 hours a week. Let's say, worst case scenario, 3 hours a week, 4 weeks a month, that's 12, $10. You could get one for $5 to $7, honestly. But yeah, it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, Josh, congrats. Okay. Josh, I'm glad you're here anyway, as well. SOP is far. That's very true. So that's why part of what we're covering is getting that VA and what they can help you with. I'm going to give you my whole system on how to organize your ideas, how to organize your weekly content, and we're going to work together in this program. There are working sessions in this program. Me and you, or you and me, or my team members, every single Tuesday. There is a 40-minute time-block piece of time where we will meet on Zoom. I will give you a pep talk. You will get your content written. If you come into this program and you show up, you will leave with your content folders full of 2 months worth of amazing written content. You will have your YouTube channel set up. You will have your Instagram channel set up. They will all be feeding each other. I'll teach you how to gather your email, and I will teach you how to get a VA to do this. The other thing that I'm going to offer in this program, and I didn't really even mention this to those who took the course, is this, okay? The other thing that bugged me before 2021 and about taking myself seriously as someone who is creative and can write content that matters, okay? That's probably what, now that I'm thinking about it, I should rename this coaching program to Content That Matters, okay? Not throwaway content that nobody wants to read, because that would not be a good coaching program name. But where was I? Content That Matters. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Imran, I'm going to answer that question in a second. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yes. Taking myself seriously as a creator is, I found that when I am doing downtime, so I do schedule downtime. I schedule massages. I schedule self-care. Previously on Lindsay on another live, I'd be a hustler. Hustle, work. If I'm not working and I'm not busy, I'm not successful. Well, guess what? Now that I'm taking time for free time and self-care and mindset stuff and massages and all the stuff, I'm way more successful. So it works out pretty good that way. It kind of feeds itself. But one thing was, most of my good content ideas would come to me when I'm not in front of my computer. I don't have good ideas when I have a task at hand. Like when I'm at my desk, that is for working. And so I'll get ideas when I'm playing with the kids or paddleboarding or whatever. And it was bothering me because I have these great ideas and I'm not really I would write them in a journal, but it was like, that's not even organized. Like, who's going to reread those pages? That's how I work. I'm more of a tech person. And so part of the coaching content formula workshop is my product. I have this amazing process where I can gather my ideas on the go using my phone, and it gets real organized. And so I'm going to be sharing that so that you can be more successful. But you'll only get that in the coaching content formula workshop. Okay. How is my AIA course going? For those who are following my YouTube channel, like Imran, I picked up a course with a client of mine called Audiobook Income Academy. And I was gung-ho on it for several weeks. And I was basically setting up my business to basically publish audiobooks, because my book was already on audiobook and it just was a really great fit into my business. And so I'm documenting, and this is good content hint. I'm documenting what I'm learning and kind of how that's going out on my YouTube channel. But I had some personal issues crop up, which you're going to have in life. We're humans. And it took me off track. And so our friend here, Imran, is asking me how it's going. Imran, it's not going great. Because then I got all passionate and ready to launch this program. And so I put everything into it. But I will be back to AIA. The plan is to get back into it in July. So keep your eye on the YouTube channel, because I'm letting you guys know how it's going. Okay? Josh, I wonder if I should have my EA take the course so she can help. Yes, Josh, 100%. But also you, because it's also how you can create good content too. But certainly any VAs would also help. Dr. Ben. Josh, yes, certainly. One of my YouTube videos was about shiny object syndrome in that course. Yes, I'm not unlike you guys. I am not unlike you guys where you're scared to buy coaching programs because you haven't followed through on them in the past. And so that may be something that's holding you back from signing up for the Coaching Content Formula Workshop. But with the way that I put that together and that we have a standing meeting every single Tuesday, time blocked to work, plus all these other sessions to actually tell you what to do, there's not a reason why you're not going to be able to do this, because we're going to be doing it together, including working. Okay? Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Dr. B. All right. Carol says, can I jumpstart YouTube content by using my Facebook group lives with jazzy thumbnails? I have 20 plus videos that are 15 to 20 minutes. That's a really, really good question, Carol. If you have videos from Facebook, should you port those over to YouTube? Yeah, you totally should. However, okay, I will say this, a big fat however, yes. And YouTube, the thumbnails are like everything. We're going to be talking about thumbnails in the course for sure, because they are everything. And so Carol's right. Yeah, port it over. Here's the thing. You want to ask yourself, will those videos convert? You want to keep your eyes on the stats of those videos as you grow your channel, because, for example, it all kind of works together. So if YouTube, and I don't think it would happen on 20 videos, but I don't know. If YouTube is like, oh, people click on her thumbnail and they watch her video, but it doesn't convert anybody and they only stay for 10 seconds, then YouTube's going to calculate that into the algorithm and be like, yeah, I don't know about Carol's videos. Like, nobody really watches them. And so it would be this akin, what they're seeing there is that YouTube thinks that you put how to make $1,000 overnight on your thumbnail, and it really associates to something else. That's how the algorithm is kind of reading that. And so so this is why I haven't ported my own Facebook Lives over to YouTube, is because I just want the YouTube algorithm to know this is good content. People stay for several minutes. Like, watch time is really, really big over on YouTube. And so it's something to consider, That makes sense, Josh. I'm glad you're rocking it. Josh is somebody else in the launch circle. I think he mentioned yesterday that he blew past his revenue goals for 2021 already. Dr. B, would repurposing 1 full year of the Marketing Happy Hour as a podcast be a good content creation move for our agency? Dr. B, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm going to say this. I don't know. Hello on Instagram. Again, what we're teaching in coachingcontentformula.com, I don't want you just throwing stuff on YouTube, sometimes, and I am guilty. I have plenty of podcasts and interviews and stuff out on YouTube. I want you to view YouTube. Where you'll find success with YouTube is creating a hub of videos that you're passionate about, and that they don't even have to be long. Okay, I wish I could give you all the shortcuts here, but here's the thing: all the, can't I just throw stuff over here, or as long as I'm present over here? I don't think it's working for anybody in their coaching business, because it gets wrapped up in the same noise. Everyone's kind of doing that. So you have to be different from the rest. Your content has to be meaningful and has to touch people in order for an organic content strategy to work. It just does. And so do I want to be like, yeah, just move those videos over? No problem. That'll be really great for your YouTube channel. I wish I could, but no, I'm talking about a different, more personal, thoughtful, planned piece of content. That's how you get clients. It's not sexy and it's not quick. Dr. V, what's the sweet spot for the video content? I hear 5 minutes. Yeah, you're going to want to watch it. Mine are anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. And they're a single edit, like through the process that I am teaching. And so many people in the shorter version of this course, okay, I charge people $37 to learn a smaller version of this. And all of them, many of them are like, this is a game changer. If you're taking that smaller course with me right now, can I get game changer in the comments, please? So imagine what 2 weeks is good, or not 2 weeks, 8 weeks is going to do for you. If that was a game changer, this is certainly going to be a game changer. But anyway, what I want for you is to not do a big production of a YouTube video. You don't have to do that. Is what you want to do is be able to be inspired enough about a story or a topic to turn on your camera and record something that flows, makes sense, is topical, that you can smile at the end of the video and publish it. I don't care. What we're learning here is not how to do a video with quick edits and crap. It's not at all. Okay. Thank you, Game Changer over on Instagram. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sorry. When I said single edit, I mean like single cut. So like, you're not doing several takes. I want you to sit down, go watch my YouTube videos. I am going to teach you how to do that. That's my message. I sit down, I turn on the camera. I'm feeling particularly inspired about something because it's tied in with stories and something I'm passionate about, what we're going to cover in here. And I'm able just to speak for 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes and turn off the camera. So yeah, Dr. B, they're plenty long at 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Thanks, Josh. Josh says Launch Circle has been a game changer. Game changer. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So imagine what you can get from a two-month course. Man, can you imagine? All right. Okay, there are so many questions here. Emily, we may have to AMA this on Tuesday as well. Okay. There's a lot of questions, and I love it. But it is 12:30. You know what I mean? For a branding coach, what is your best target? That's a really good question on Instagram. I can't answer that because it's whatever your best target is whoever you have helped the most, whoever you are most passionate about helping. And module 1 of the Coaching Content Formula Workshop will be covering just that. We're talking more about niching and finding that angle of niched content. If you go to the landing page, you will see that I put a niched community. That's what we want to build for you, a niched community of prospects. This community will continue to grow because you're creating content, and I will teach you how to harvest the people from your social media. Okay. Thank you, Game Changer. You guys are awesome. How much time from Bonnie? How much time do you spend each day week to create content for the day week, including getting the pic and writing the post? Not long. Okay. On days that that my head is clear. Honestly, this is Lindsay feeling inspired and not stressed by external stuff. I have gotten so practiced. Okay. And it comes with practice. Is the first time you're going to sit down and write content, it's going to take you this long? No, but it can. Quite literally takes me 30 minutes a day to write an email, to do a video, and to send it off to the editor. Honestly, it does. And you guys can too. And then once I create that content document with my video and my message, my team takes it from there. And so I mentioned this in the course. As a coach, I do recommend that this is thought leader content from you. And that you clear up your calendar having your VA and your helpers do a lot of other things. But guys, how can a VA write content that matters for you? They're a VA. They don't know anything about what you're teaching. They're not particularly inspired by what you're teaching. How can they know what's in your head and heart and how you want to say it? And that's your best marketing collateral anyway. Don't assign that off. Don't treat content like a throwaway thing because it is everything. It is everything. And it's everything to your coaching business, and it's everything. Okay. Dr. V says, so 30 minutes. But if you join me for Coaching Content Formula, after those 8 weeks, my guess is you could easily get that down to to around there, because we're going to be practicing 8 times, and you're going to find a flow, and you're going to get it done. And we're going to do it together. We're going to get through your mind blocks. We're going to get through you staring at the screen and not knowing what to write. And by the end of that, content will flow. You will find your voice. You will find your topics, and then you will sign all of that off to the VA. Okay? You'll send your baby off to the VA. Dr. V, I think I'm about to pivot my entire business to this live. Those things I'm excited and passionate are, that is where I've planted my flag. Dr. V, join me in this. There's so much opportunity on YouTube. Right now I'm kicking myself that it took me so long, that I was on Facebook for way too long. Now, I have lots of Facebook groups. Highly recommend Facebook for that, but not for your content. Okay. True, your so-called superpower, zone of genius. Yes. Yes. Okay. So Bonnie, you can train your intern to do a lot, but I recommend you keep this content piece to yourself. You're showcasing you. You're a personality brand. I would love, now a VA can help with so much, but you need to be okay with the creation. You just do. I mean, you're creating courses, you're creating coaching programs. These are little mini bite-sized pieces. You don't want your VA to run your coaching program, do you? Because they are very connected, your content and your coaching program. But your VAs can do a lot more other stuff. Okay. All right. Bonnie, is it better to have a thumbnail template for my YouTube videos and just change the title each week, or change it up entirely? Yours are great, but they seem like they take time to be so creative. Any tips? I have a VA. I do not create any of those. I do not come up even with the ideas of those YouTube thumbnails. Yes, I mean, different thumbnails and a different taste is always awesome. So yeah, but if you only have time to do those thumbnails are everything. So I actually recommend, and I will help you in the coaching program, find a VA that can help you with thumbnails, okay? Or Canva has some pretty great thumbnail templates. But I would swap those up. The most important thing is on YouTube are the thumbnails. So do I think that you should rinse and repeat those? No, I really don't. And I hate to give you more work, but I don't. But you can find people that's their zone of genius. And then using the system that I'm going to help you implement, you'll be able to talk to these VAs without a huge headache. Okay. Hey, Cassandra, what's up? Okay. I create all of our thumbnails in Canva using templates. I serve them up. There you go. Thank you, Dr. V. They're important. And Dr. V, yep, totally. I think is what I want from this coaching program too, is that you guys stop treating content like your little, no offense to redheaded stepchildren. I don't know if that's an okay thing to say, but I'll say it anyway. The redheaded stepchild of your business. Like, my audience is making me be on social media. This sucks. It's so time consuming. Like, I can hear some of my customers saying that. This is how you should actually view your content. Oh my gosh. These platforms are there ready to share my voice and access so many people. I can't wait. And I'm going to put my very best foot forward to let all these people know why they should work with me. Your content attitude should be like that, not another social media channel. Come on. And I only say that because I have been there before, but my attitude has changed. And when your attitude changes to me, content is the heart of your coaching business. Do not farm the heart out. Your coaching business is your thoughts, is your processes, is your strategies, is your perspective. You can't farm it out. And you should take it more serious. And when you stop just posting boring stuff on social media with some stock photo about have a great day, then people will actually start paying attention to you. Huh? Think about it. Okay. That's right. Okay. Is it possible to have an Instagram on live and YouTube at the same time? Yes, I'm doing it right now, except for you have to use 2 devices. Here's the thing with Instagram. You can only go live on your phone. They pretty much demand it because it is a phone app. Like, you can't really do a lot on Instagram on the computer. Thank you, Cassandra. And thank you for coming on Instagram with me. Okay. Yvonne says, actually, I'm gonna take a little breather here. I'm gonna chat with my team on Canva or Slack. Emily, we have been going almost 3 hours now. What do you think about picking this up on Tuesday, since there are so many questions? I think we should, don't you, Emily? Tell me on Slack while I keep answering questions. I know I made promises that I would be here until all the questions were answered, but quite frankly, you guys are on fire. So I wasn't really expecting it. Okay, Emily, Slack me. Okay, Emily said yes. Emily said yes. This is why you should surround yourself with a really solid team, because my brain is fried and they have a clear brain, so I want to check in with them. Okay, so I'm going to answer one more question, and then we're going to meet back here on Tuesday to answer the rest of these beautiful questions, and I'll be sharing a StreamYard link if any of you want to hop on and get answers to your question live and in person, okay? So there's a lot of questions. I got from Yvonne, from Michael, from Cindy, from Tatiana, from Nusabiba, and from Nanda, and from Beta, and from Kaparu, and from Ramondo. All those questions. And hopefully you guys can tell me how to pronounce your names right, because they look amazing, and it is my lack of knowledge of how to say your name. Okay, so let's finish this. Did you guys just see the what Street Fighter in your head? My husband loves video games. Okay. I'm announcing my latest coaching program. The doors are open. CoachingContentFormula.com. Truly one of the best programs I have ever created. What you will leave that program with is a slew of benefits. Are you ready for them? Number 1, learn how to create content and build a community on Instagram. We're going to be focusing primarily on Instagram and YouTube, but with those centerpieces, you can certainly feed LinkedIn and Facebook. Certainly. I do. It's part of it. But right now, Instagram and YouTube and your email is everything. And so in this program, I'll teach you how to create amazing content that will actually grow and nurture your coaching business through social media. We're not talking any paid ads here. We're talking about true growth, organic social media. Once we build that together, we're going to look at building and organizing and structuring your content library. So every time you sit down and you're ready to write content, you know what to do. You know how to do it. You know how to be creative. You know how to rock and roll and sit down and create content in like 30 minutes, okay? Can be done. You will also end up with 8 amazing pieces of amazing weeks of content, okay? We're going to go over all that. That's the outcome of this program. Not only that, okay? If I get a little squishy and touchy-feely right here on you, forgive me. The way that you're going to find good content is to visit your past, and I have strategies and ways to do that. And visiting your past has a lot of benefits, okay? When you start looking at your past, you can starting a huge self-awareness situation with yourself and acknowledging and honoring all the stuff that has taken place in your life, that you have gone through, that you have done, that you have achieved, that you have struggled with. When we start digging into the past, you will find stories, but you will also find a piece of yourself. I promise you. And I will share with you how this all happened with me. In fact, I'm going to share that right now. Okay? Actually, I will share that process. Let me finish my sales pitch, and then I will tell you about this mind-blowing opportunity that came up to me about being on a national reality TV show that changed everything for me and where the precipice of this entire course came from. But you're going to get your stories from your past. You're going to get your stories from your present. So having some awareness of what you're struggling with and getting to know your own feelings so you can turn those around and share those in a specific building your authority way on social media. You'll get to know yourself. You'll become more aware. You'll love your business more. You'll be more inspired. And honestly, for me, this process, yes, it showed up in my business, having my biggest revenue month ever, doubling my prices. And there was one more thing I did in there, hand-picking my clients, literally turning people away in my agency. I cannot help you because I don't think they'll be like, it's too much work. Okay. I don't think you would be successful. So I cannot help you. Those 3 things have happened for me. And that's how it showed this realization of looking at my past, being aware of my present and those kind of things. Sure, it affected my business in an amazing way, but it also affected my whole life. It affected my marriage. It affected my parenting. It affected my freaking interior decorating and style. So you will come to this coaching program with wanting to know how to create content and to sell. And once you build these social media channels, how to actually close them and launch to them and all those things. Yes. But you might leave with a whole lot more than that. Okay. That's my goal for you. And that is what has happened in the shorter program that's already been running. So how this came about, just real quick, and then I'm going to pippity poppity off, was at the beginning of 2020, a major, I can't go into much detail because I am under an NDA, and as you can what I'm about to tell you. So I have to be a little vague booky here, but I think you'll still appreciate what a process I went through. So I was contacted by a major TV network. Now it was a lower level guy. Okay. It wasn't like anybody you know or whatever. And he was like, basically, he's an intern for a major TV network and they're looking for people to be on a reality TV show. And he thought I would make a good fit. He actually found me through a blog post that I had SEO'd. And so I went through an interview with him. After that interview, he was like, oh my gosh, you are so perfect. And basically, this is a reality show where I'm just trying to think of how much I want to share because I want to get in trouble. Because basically, I went through 5 interviews. 5! And I was even interviewed by this guy that I can't tell you his name, that is so famous that I was talking to him, and my husband, who is a media junkie, okay, he loves media. He knows the directors and all things. He was like, there is no way that is who you were talking to. And I was like, that is who I just had a Zoom meeting with, okay? I was way close. I was this close, guys. I went through 5 interviews, and I made it through every interview. And with every interview, I'd get interviewed by someone more awesome. And this comes back to this course, I promise, okay? Anyway, it's put on hiatus. So I'm hoping it will come back because I went through 5 interviews. And so it's on hiatus. So here's hoping. That's why I got to keep like this NDA in. But that situation was really awesome. So part of that situation was they sent me a huge list of questions. And so Ian and I, my husband, we sat around and I was like, okay, what should I write for this? And so part of it was like figuring out how I wanted to kind of like what my strengths were and how I wanted to show up and my best character traits and, you know, what my struggles were and what I was willing to share and what made me me and what made me a good competitor, because that's what they want to know when you're interviewed on reality TV. And so I went through my past. I went through how I felt about myself. I went through how I wanted to show up for the world. And I crafted a role for myself online that I was authentic and comfortable with. So it's a great example. It's a lot like when I am a mom and something is scary. Like let's say the family's going through something scary. Maybe there's an earthquake or something, right? That'd be terrifying. In front of my kids, I'm going to keep my shit together. I'm going to be like, yeah, this is scary. And I'm going to mention it. This is scary, but we have a plan and we're going to keep it together. But between Ian and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I am freaking out. It's like the pandemic. You tell the kids, this is crazy. This is happening. Everything's under control, but it's scary. But to Ian, I'm like, dude, go buy another fridge. We need supplies. We need blah. Right? So the same thing comes with crafting your role as you show up online. You craft your role, which is still authentically you. I'm authentically me in front of my kids, even though I'm not losing my crap in front of them. You're authentically you when you show up online. Same kind of thing. And how I approached this reality thing, because I wanted to be myself. I just having a focus on what the pros and like what the good parts about me were and what I accomplished and like all this stuff lined out. Changed everything for me. It changed everything. And that's the process I'm walking you through in the Coaching Content Formula coaching program. Okay. Wife with the Food Network, NDA is still in effect. Oh, yeah, it totally sucks. So I'm hoping one day I'll get a call. I'm hoping. They never said no. So I'll take that. You know what I mean? I'll take that. Okay. There were so many questions in that. Yes, Dr. V, you got that right. Good night, Michael. Thanks for signing up. I'll see you in the coaching program, my friend. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, I am going to also let you guys go because I am tired. They never said no. They told me that they would tell me. Said no. And I Googled for the show. You guys have never heard of it. It's new. And it's not being produced right now. So here's hoping, especially because that big director guy was in on it. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that it's still in the works, but they're thinking about this COVID thing because it would be an opportunity of a lifetime. And I would be on the show as a coach. What would that do for my content? Okay. You're welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And we'll be back on Tuesday with more of this, except for you can come on live if you want. So overall, go and buy coachingcontentformula.com. Okay. If you're in the course with me, and you guys can go pick up that course, we're still actively working out there until Tuesday. You'll get the recordings. You'll get the re-recordings because I'm going to turn around and re-record them professionally and not so in a group setting. So you can, actually you can't buy that. It's down. There's no page to buy that. So never mind. Okay. Awesome. I don't know who that is, but I hope to see you there. It's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited. About this program. Okay. Woo. And that's it. I'll see you kids a little later. Thank you for joining me for this massive, massive AMA. See you later.